No the growing attacks.
Yuji Shimada rocking the head cam.
Stop the face, okay? Clean fight. Anytime obey my command. Touch gloves. Go back corner.
Well, both of these fighters are so up for it. Tommy Young, very impressive in his approach so far.
You ready? You ready? Ready? Go!
This fight brought to you by Bachelora.com, and they're straight into it, and Young gets caught with a big right hand, but keeps trading and lands a good right of his own, and the American is under pressure.
That was a blitzkrieg right out of the gate. You know, some guys like to kind of come out with a slow pace, feel you out. Some guys come out of the gate, guns a-blazing. You know, both have their strategies.
You could tell the way Young approached the preliminaries that he was really going to start quickly, and that he did.
You know, I used to start quickly like that, but it was usually because I was terrified. I wish I was kidding.
Maybe an element of that involved here.
Well, sometimes, you know, you feel like going out there and being aggressive and getting in someone's face. It's the best way to get those nerves out, because you get hit a couple times and you settle into your rhythm.
Knee to the torso from Fodor.
He trades.
Oh, Tommy comes in with a good right hand. The left was a little high.
This is very evenly matched so far.
Enjoying what we're seeing here in Jakarta. Fiery start from these two.
Absolutely. You just have to be careful, though, when you come out of the gate with such tenacity that you're not going to use up all of your energy up front. You see those underhooks being worked by Tommy there. And Caros wants to get his arms back inside too. That's good head position, head on the chin, just like that. You know, it's one of the things you can't really appreciate is how technical you have to be up against the cage unless you train mixed martial arts. Sometimes it looks arbitrary as far as where the athletes are putting their hands or their head, but everything has a very specific purpose to it. Whether it's blocking a knee, Tommy looks like he's trying to get in here on a single leg.
Elbow there. I think looking for the ear, the right side of Tommy's face. Don't forget, no matter how good Fodor is, Tommy Young is unbeaten. And you do not want to lose that unbeaten record. That's perhaps why he's so fired up.
There's also a lot of pressure on you when you have that move. In on a front headlock.
And this will be a test for him. Gets out of it. Fodor perhaps gave up the position.
Tommy's looking for that takedown. He keeps dropping down to get in on that single leg, but Caros is very, very, very comfortable training with guys like Demetrius Johnson and Viviano Fernandez with takedowns off the cage, so he knows how to defend that.
Right hand from Fodor. Connected strongly, and he likes those knees, doesn't he? With the hand around the head, bringing the body in, working that right hand very well to head and body. Now
Caros
going for the
double
leg.
Nice takedown. The guys like Randy Couture really are big advocates of the double leg in mixed martial arts over a single leg. Control the hips a little bit more, getting a little bit deeper on the penetration. You see the difference there. Tommy had 3 single leg attempts. Now Caros doing a good job of working from guard here. He's going to try to posture up, create some space to really rain down punches. Be careful of the arm here.
Big points for the takedown, of course. Don't forget that YFC rules dictate that scoring is on the fight as a whole, not round by round. 3 5-minute rounds here. 1.5 minutes left in the first.
You see how Caros is using his right knee underneath Tommy's right knee. That just helps position his hips so that he's going to try to work his top leg out. And try not to get into Tommy's guard when it passes just like that. Uh-oh.
That looks
deep Kimura. That's pretty deep. He can step his left leg over his head to get a little more pressure, just like that.
He's done that.
This is it. Oh, Tommy's.
He's saying, no, I'm not tapping, referee. But he's got a big job on to maintain that status.
But Tommy's got to be careful here because that straight armbar is difficult to get from that position, but he's very isolated. He's going to give Caros a bunch of different options here. He's going to look for a Kimura. He's going to look for the Americana, key lock.
Tommy has 40 seconds to fight this off, and it looks as if he may have achieved the greater part of it.
That was a very close submission.
Getting a round of applause here at cage side from a very knowledgeable crowd.
You see, That's exactly what you want to do when you're on your side there, when you're on your back like Tommy's doing, is using his left hand to protect and get underneath.
The right hand and the left, and that head bouncing off the canvas. The double whammy, if you like. Final 10 seconds, and what a round it's been. From the spectators' point of view, fantastic that both men have survived it and that we'll see a second round.
It's a great round, even from the commentator's point of view.
Happy with that.
You know, there's nothing I like better than guys getting out there, planting their feet, and just kind of saying, let's just exchange in the middle here. Let's figure out where this goes. Only problem with that is it kind of becomes a coin flip a little bit. Anderson Silva was key with that. We'll see some of that action here right away.
At the very beginning.
Right back, left and right. See Caros trying to work a couple of uppercuts in there, but Tommy just swinging for the fences.
The bigger punches there were landed by Tommy.
And then that Kimura attempt, Caros Fodor almost had it, stepped over right at the last second here to get a little bit more leverage on it. Just so close, but that arm coming straight again ended up giving Tommy the inches he needed to really just kind of get a little space.
You got it?
Let's listen in.
Exchanging, what are you doing? With your feet and your head.
Get out, 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 out.
Seconds out, please. Seconds out.
Maya Ningram informing us that the second round is about to begin. Maya making her debut in and around the 1FC cage. We're all very happy to see her.
Caros going right back in it. Nice right hand.
He did swallow a big right hand, but he comes back with the knee. Seems very durable, doesn't he, the Korean?
He does. Tommy is trying to work the Muay Thai plum there. His hands around Caros' neck.
No groin attacks. Watch out.
Fodor very busy with those knees.
A couple of nice body shots. Throwing an uppercut up the center there.
Upstairs and down with the right hand.
Yeah.
With the trip. You get a trip. With the trip, they knee right away.
Some good dirty boxing inside by Caros.
They don't rest on their laurels, do they? Both men working hard as Yang gets pressed up on the cage now for the last 30, 40 seconds or so.
Keep working. Small shots, Caros. If you're a trip, right to a knee.
Staying nice and busy against the fence.
Watch out.
Go, Craig. Let's relax. Relax.
Nice knee up the center. Looks like it just missed the face.
Tommy comes right back with one, though.
Hey, boss, march out.
By far the biggest stage
Oh, he's got his back now.
that Tommy Young's fought on, and this is an opportunity for him.
Caros did a good job there of keeping his back arched and turning in, getting wrist control. That shows you just the pedigree of Caros.
You often talk about slippery bodies and how difficult it is to grasp your opponent. I think we're seeing that now so early in the second round.
Yeah, once you get sweat and things going too, it makes it very difficult to submit your opponent.
Uppercuts and right hands. Tommy Young felt those. They were good, clean shots from the American.
Caros is doing a good job of working inside and keeping his head in the square in the center there. Doing a very good job. Just picking his shots. Putting him, as Year's corner said, just put your hands on him. Just staying busy, open up those shots, and sometimes you trade shots to open up a position. Trying to see how your opponent's going to react.
For the most part, you'd have to say that Fodor is the aggressor, but Tommy Young is showing some good durability and a great deal of heart.
Tommy Young is very much still in this fight. I mean, I think he's getting weathered a little bit by some punches, but Caros really hasn't let his hands go here. He's just kind of peppering him and throwing some small teasing shots in here. You saw him drop down on that double. His knee right in the center. Nice elbow over the top.
Punches from Young slightly more ragged than they were in the first few seconds of the contest. He's taken quite a battering, particularly from the knees, but Fodor's been busy with his hands as well, and it's got to start telling eventually. And an elbow to the face there, and
nice
that's
left
rocked
hook.
Young. Fodor getting encouragement from his corner, but petulant.
You know, one of the things, too, that you have to look at is people that are used to fighting. Oh, big right knee.
And the right hand. Yuji Shimada looking very carefully at that.
The guys that are used to fighting in the States and in other mixed martial arts promotions, they're kind of used to fighting to win rounds too. So the strategy is a little different when you come to ONE FC and the fight's gauged as a whole. You don't necessarily look at the fight the same way. You might think you won the first 2 rounds, but then your opponent finishes really strong and just that 3rd round steals the fight for him. So it's very much more emulating a real fight with gloves in a cage.
That little burst towards the end of the round, not so important.
Caros doing a good job keeping good head pressure on Tommy there. Tommy really needs to switch to a double here. Just get a big energy burst to pull Caros' legs off of the cage.
Oh, he's getting battered there from the left hand. Can't protect himself either. That's brutal. Just trying to lift up his opponent is the Korean, but no success. He's so well planted, the American.
Well balanced, and also just takes a tremendous amount of energy out of you. The first round was just a frantic pace. Looking for that Kimura on the far side.
Yeah, Young's face has taken some battering, and I think there's some blood there. It's bound to be bruised and bumped. He's taken a lot of punishment there. You can see now how tired he's starting to be. And I wonder if he's going to last much longer. Put in a great effort, but it looks like he'll survive this round. Only 5 seconds left of it, and I'd be interested to take a look at his face. I suspect that it'll be showing signs of the pummeling he's taken. Yes, indeed. He's got a bloodied nose, he's got swollen eyes, he's got a cut head.
It's good action back and forth too in this round, and Caros came out swinging and got caught with a couple of shots and gave him right back to Tommy there, and then most of the action outside of this big right knee was right up against the cage. It looked like he had him rocked there for a few seconds, but Tommy was able to hang in there. Caros mixing it up with elbows, knees, and then peppering body shots have been the technique of the round.
On your time, create space, combination, hands, knees, and then tie it back up, wherever you feel comfortable, okay? High volume, same thing. When he comes out, you're probably gonna come out swinging.
Fodor unmarked.
Okay?
I will kill him.
Kill him, baby.
Kill him.
You kill him. To the death, Tommy. To the death, okay? All right, let's go.
Go, 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 go.
Well, we get to see a round 3, and so far I think that Caros is the less weathered of the two, and so far going into this has won the fight.
2 cracking rounds, and just look at Tommy Young's face. It was heavily bloodied as he went back to his corner. He's taken.
Oh, flying knee just misses on Caros. And Caros content to go right back into the clinch here and keep working those body shots. Nice double leg.
There hasn't been much action before.
Knee, left knee, reach there. Okay, stay on top, Kevin. Stay on top. You stay, there we go.
Tommy's protecting well. He really needs to forget about going to guard at this point, get to his knees and stand back up, because keeping the fight at this position means he's going to lose. And he really needs to kind of get in there and make something explosive happen and dig deep.
There's a lot of work that Young can still do. He's a tenacious young man at 23.
Work to finish.
There we go. I'll start to crank it. There we go.
There's the face that's marked, and he's telling the referee, no, I'm not submitting yet, despite that left arm being all rocked up.
You okay? Okay, keep going.
Caros isolating that far arm. Tommy's got to be careful here because he's shown some flexibility with that left arm, but mixing up those punches and those elbows.
Fodor targeting that arm, but
Caros is going to look for some big shots to rain down here and just keeping a really good amount of pressure on Tommy. He's going to use his foot to pass guard here. He's going to kick his legs. Beautiful pass.
Caros, work to finish. Tony, in position.
Caros may look to take the back here. His corner's yelling at him to keep on top and do some damage.
Knees and up knees. See the head. There you go.
Yeah.
See the head, bud.
Well, Tommy really needs to find that extra step there, not go back to half guard and look for some sweeps, but he has to stand up, kind of throw punches to the fences at this point. Caros is doing a very good job of just controlling that constant head pressure like you see there with Carlos's left hand. Wherever your head goes, your body goes. So by pressing on your opponent's head and pushing him down, it makes it hard for him to sit up and get any posture. Caros just relentless with the pressure, not giving Tommy any time to work. It's very difficult.
Great space, so you dominate.
Good work, staying busy.
Final 2 minutes on this round.
Staying nice and busy. Tommy looks a little bit more tired here than Caros is, but Caros is just keeping his body weight and pressure on and mixing up those punches. Right back to the ground. Well, Caros is showing us why he went 5-0 in Strikeforce before hitting the bumps in the road against guys like Pat Healy and then Sam Stout in the UFC. But sometimes the best thing that happens to a fighter is you take a couple of losses. Might very well be the case here for Tommy if he doesn't get something going on the ground. Readjust, go back to the game plan and drawing board.
Tony, okay?
Caros just raining down those elbows. Corner yelling for high volumes to stay busy.
Volume has been his key.
Caros is looking to stay on top here. Tommy really needs a Hail Mary. He needs to separate and just throw some leather and hope that one of those lands on the button.
Bleeding from his eyes are closed.
Tony, go, Tony. Get up the cage, go. Come on. Go,
There's a sweat factor playing in. Caros just staying on you. When you have an opponent like that that just keeps constant pressure on you too, it breaks you mentally before it breaks you physically. Very difficult to get anything going here. Caros looking to finish strong. And he does.
So a fabulous 3 rounds we've seen. Fodor on his knees, surely has done enough to win. Very brave effort from Tommy Young.
Well, Tommy Young just missed with that flying knee. He thought that Caros was going to come out with a takedown, and Caros was very dominant on the ground, trying to mix up the body shots,
Damage
looking
done.
for the opponent to open up. He had some nice takedowns.
Damage done is one of the things that the judges will look at, and if you look at the two fighters' faces, it's Tommy Young that has been beaten up. What an effort he put in, though. Nobody said he could compete with this man. Ex-UFC fighter, ex-Strikeforce fighter. Referee Yuji Shimada will raise the victor's hand, and surely it has to be Caros Fodor.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges see it for your winner via unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, the future, Caros Fodor!
but Tommy Young looks particularly upset. I mean, I think he knows that he lost the fight, but he was really pumped for this one. But he fought a better man today, and he'll come back stronger, Tommy Young. Jason is with Fodor.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, victorious in his 1FC debut, Caros Fodor. Caros, at one time you were 5-1 in Strikeforce, and there was a lot of heat behind you. You had a couple bumps in the road. Do you feel like you're back on the right track, and is 1FC your new home?
Yes, sir, absolutely. All the above. I'm over the losing streak. I love to be here with 1FC. I'm looking forward to a long career with these guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show.
You guys set a frantic pace from the get-go, exchanging in the middle of the ring. Talk us a little bit about your strategy coming into this fight.
We knew in the beginning he was going to come at me really hard, so the first 2 minutes I kind of wanted to conserve my energy, let him blow his wad, and then start picking it up halfway through.
It was a frantic pace. You had some beautiful double legs. Did you feel like that Kimura in the first round was in deep?
Yes, sir. I thought I would be able to finish that, you know. I kind of tell by the joint that it was just at the point, but then I kind of realized that he wasn't going to tap, so I had already wasted a lot of energy, so I kind of sat back, gathered my strength, because I knew he'd be back in the second and third.
That was a fantastic fight and a beautiful finish. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Caros Fodor!
Thank you, Jakarta. Thank you very much. Thank you, 1FC, Victor Q, everybody for having me. I love you guys. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing a great deal more of that man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Plenty more.